stadium is quickly turning into blue and white seats, because the Oklahoma fans are departing in droves as they see their Sooners falling yet again to the Texas Longhorns. Shea Morenz, a highly touted freshman quarterback, number 12, into the game for Texas, giving to another highly touted freshman, number 33, Anthony Holmes. Both Morenz and Holmes are out of San Antonio. Michael Coates on the tackle for Oklahoma. And there's still a lot of orange here. Those Texas fans in their half of the stadium, they don't want to leave. They are enjoying it.
Steve, we ought to give some credit to that offensive line of Texas. They protected the passer well. They blocked for the run well. They did an excellent job. That is a tremendous unit. And I'm sure when they grade those fellas in the meetings Sunday, they're going to find out they played extremely well.
And they did not allow a sack today. Let's go down to Dean Blevins again. Dean.
Guys, I'm on the Oklahoma sideline now. A group of dejected players. The Sooners are obviously down. They have lost 4 straight games to Texas, all of which they've been favored in. They are beat up, but actually they were outplayed this afternoon. And with Colorado and Kansas coming up, it's a very tough stretch for the Sooners and a very critical one. The other side of the field, the Longhorns continue the dominance of Oklahoma, and they're looking forward to next week.
How right you are, Dean. We appreciate your effort this afternoon. Good to have you with us again. The Oklahoma Sooners, if they do nothing else, are going to have to find out how to beat Texas. You can win the Big 8. You got to beat Nebraska when you're at Oklahoma. But if you don't beat Texas, you're in big trouble. Now, Gary Gibbs is going to lose for the 4th time in a row, all 4 years that he has coached the Oklahoma Sooners.
And if you give up 443 yards, your defense gives up that much yardage, you're going to lose.
And that has been the case today. And the Oklahoma defense came in ranked in the top 5 in the country. Shea Morenz getting some more experience with Texas leading 34-18. 3 minutes left to play in the game. Gerald Crawford has joined Holmes in the backfield. Morenz from the shotgun. And he's running for his life. He'll be sacked back around the 16. There's Aubrey Beavers again. Down on the bottom of the pile, number 57, Cedric Jones, a freshman from Houston. Oklahoma stops the clock with 2 minutes 50 seconds remaining as Texas will punt it away.
That's Oklahoma's last time out, so with 2.5 minutes left, they're going to have to hustle. Gary Gibbs, this is a very, very tough loss for him. He's a young coach, and he's been around Oklahoma, and he knows what he's doing. Keep in mind, really, that Oklahoma's had 3 years of probation. They probably have somewhere around 75 players on grant and aid. They're down in grant and aids. This is not the end of the world for him. People are just going to have to be patient.
One of the telling stats that the Oklahoma Sooners need to reverse if Gary Gibbs is to go on and have success is that against Nebraska, Texas, and Colorado, a force in the Big 8, under Gary Gibbs, Oklahoma is now 1-9 combined.
Well, you know, that's what probation will do to you. You know, you have that was Oklahoma at one time, one of the great programs in the country, and it will be again. But
McClanahan gets it away. Duell Brewer calling for the fair catch at about the 43, makes the play. So Oklahoma will try to get something going. A nice 41-yard punt by McClanahan from deep in his own territory. 2:42 left to play. And the Sooners' chances of pulling it out have gone by the wayside, but they can salvage something with a drive here in the final 2.5 minutes or so. In at quarterback now for the Sooners, number 10, Steve Collins, a senior out of Ennis, Texas. So the Sooners also getting some experience. 3 wide receivers to the right. Rashid in motion to the left. Collins pump faking, firing deep for Warren and overthrows him. Once again, we remind you, yet another doubleheader of college football action for you next Saturday here on ABC. At noon Eastern time, you'll see either Penn State Boston College or Auburn, Florida. And at noon Pacific time, it's UCLA, Washington State. At 3:30 Eastern Time, Game 2 of the doubleheader will feature either Tennessee, Alabama, or in the Midwest, Michigan and Indiana. At 3:30 Pacific Time, it's California and USC. Check your local listings for the game in your area and check out the possibility of pay-per-view. Rashid breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, breaks another one at the 45, and finally is ridden down at about the 36 in the grasp of John Fike, number 90, a sophomore out of Austin, and Charles Harrison, number 97. That's one of the few times Rashid's been able to get loose.
Well, they haven't gone to the draw that much. Of course, they're going to be very vulnerable to the draw right now because they're going to try to keep that quarterback inside, try to get some rush on him, and cover.
A gain of 20, 1st and 10 at the 37. Steve Collins firing. Corey Warren can't hold on. And a flag comes in late on Joey Ellis once again. Well, I'll tell you what, for all the Texas success, it hadn't necessarily been Joey Ellis's day.
No. The two side judges never said a word. The head linesman and the side judge never said a word looking into it. And the back judge threw the flag. Here it is again. Here comes Warren off. Ball's in the air now. I'd say that's interference. He hit him just before the ball got there. So we'll accept that penalty by the officials and say...
This one you agree with?
Yeah, say they're doing a good job.
Yeah, and check your fillings also if you're Corey Warren. From the 25, 1st and 10 Oklahoma, 2:08 remaining in the game. Collins completing it. Ernest Williams, touchdown.
You know, this game ain't over until it's over.
Yeah, you got that right. The few Oklahoma fans that remain get to stand and cheer for one of the few times today. Steve Collins, who is a senior, throwing to junior Ernest Williams. And a 25-yard touchdown pass makes it 34-24 with the extra point to come, and it appears that Oklahoma will again go for 2.
Well, they're going to try to get this 2, close it to 8, short kick them, get the ball, go down and score, and 2-point them again, and you're 34 all.
You know, the history of this game, and we've showed you some of it during the game, that's not beyond the realm of possibility the way this game has gone. They need the 2 here, and they're not going to get it. Willie Mack Garza, the free safety, number 17, filling the hole, helping out Norman Watkins, number 1, and Charles Harrison, 97. But Oklahoma scores on a 57-yard drive. There's Willie Mack. He's had a fine career.
Let's take a look at this pass. He throws, it's just a slant right inside the linebacker who is covering over on Williams, and he grabs the ball, goes in for a touchdown.
Steve Collins likes it. He is incidentally no relation to Tink Collins, Oklahoma's wide receiver. Ernest Williams out of Aurora, Colorado. And there's Cale Gundy, who has had an up-and-down career so far with the Oklahoma Sooners. And this is a down day for Cale.
That, of course, is Collins' first touchdown pass of the season. So he should be excited.
2 minutes and 2 seconds remain. Hook him. And the Texas Longhorns have been hooking them all afternoon. Mike Adams back to receive. And the Sooners are talking it over big time as they get set to kick this ball. Texas has 3 remaining. Oklahoma, no timeouts remaining. So,
well, no matter what happens, that'd kill you. You know, you just you go into a 2-minute drive without timeouts.
Brad Riddell has just laid that ball right down there flat. He's going to kick it. Now, it's got to go 10 yards. It is not going to go 10 yards, and Texas will cover it. Falling on the ball, number 8 for the Longhorns, Van Malone.
I don't think he wanted to kick it that softly. I think he wanted to get a little more juice on it to get it over there. But
So with Oklahoma having no timeouts remaining, the Longhorns are going to try to run out the final 2:02, and they will continue their mastery over Oklahoma. The 4th consecutive year Oklahoma has been favored. The 4th consecutive year Texas has won the game. Morans gives it off to Holmes, and Holmes down inbounds, knocked down by Larry Bush, number 31.
They really don't have to run that ball if they want to run it out, but it's a little more exciting when they run a running play at the end of the game.
Well, I think what's exciting, too, is there are a lot of youngsters out there that John Makovic has given an opportunity to get a little experience in the game such as this. And Makovic, I'd like to talk to John and find out what his impressions were when he walked through the tunnel for the first time into this stadium. He feels a lot different right now than he did when he earlier this afternoon came in here for the first time.
I don't know what his impressions were, but I can tell you right now, he's one happy coach.
Holmes again tackled by Mario Freeman as he gains a few. Down to the Oklahoma 37. Clock running. Oklahoma cannot stop it as they have no timeouts remaining. Exactly 1 minute left in the game. Well, the Texas defense certainly was a factor, but that Texas offense, Bo, really controlled the ball and kept it away from Oklahoma all day. Holmes again. He will not get the first down. Let's check in one more time with John Saunders.
Steve, Clemson and Virginia had led this game 28-0, but Clemson all the way back as Nelson Welch kicks this 32-yarder to put them up by 1 with under a minute left. Steve.
It's not over yet, but man, what a big comeback for Clemson. And John Makovic, in his first season, has now won 3 games in a row after losing the first 2, and that has to sit well with him as well.
Well, I don't think his schedule is quite as tough the rest of the way, and this is the kind of ball club that should win right up to Texas A&M in the final game, and that should be another classic.
It always is for some reason. Texas tried to let the clock run out, but the play clock expired, so delay of game against the Horns moves it back to the 41, and now all they'll have to do is snap it. It is 4th down, and they have one last play barring a penalty with just 4 seconds remaining. Holmes going to run around till the clock runs out, and he does. Texas does it again. It's not as close as it has been of late. John Makovic experiencing it in his mind the right way the first time. Winning it 34-24 as Gary Gibbs loses for the 4th time in his 4 years at Oklahoma. The Chevrolet most valuable players of the game. For Texas, Peter Gardere, who was 18 of 32 for 271 yards, 2 touchdowns. And for Oklahoma, Corey Warren, an outstanding day receiving the ball with over 176 yards, a new school record for the Sooners. Chevrolet will donate $1,000 to each school's general scholarship fund to reward outstanding students for their academic achievements and to assist those in financial need. For Bo Schembechler and our entire crew, Steve Zabriskie saying so long from the Cotton Bowl in Texas, where the Longhorns beat the Sooners again.
This week on ABC's Monday Night Football, it's an AFC-NFC showdown. Quarterback John Elway leads the Denver Broncos into the nation's capital to battle the Washington Redskins live. CFA College Football. This ABC Sports exclusive has been brought to you by Pontiac and your nearby Pontiac dealers. We are driving excitement. By 2-day priority mail service from your post office. By HP LaserJet printers. If it isn't a LaserJet, it's only a laser printer. And by Payne Weber. We believe our most important investment is an investment in relationships. This has been a presentation of ABC Sports, recognized around the world as the leader in sports television.
promotional fee has been paid to ABC by United Airlines. Come fly the friendly skies.